Hello, my name is Jason Lyon, and today I'll be playing TerriFire. TerriFire was a game that was made in 1997 by Ort Software and is a cave flyer shooter, with other similar titles being Oids, Solar Jetman, and Gravity Force. And for whatever weird reason, any game similar to it with the word gravity in it seems to be a two-person brawler, but basically has all of the same mechanics. The game that we are making, however, is called Pigeonholed, and it will be reusing a lot of the same kind of gravity-based flyer mechanics, as well as shooting and the need to retrieve an object at the end. The mechanics of TerriFire, however, are you have gravity being one of the main issues here. You also have the ability to shoot to remove your foes and to activate objects, such as these, which is right here, or these power-up packs that you can get at the bottom for points or other stuff. The enemies in the game vary with turrets and mines for the most part that I've discovered so far. The turrets increase in difficulty as the game goes on, starting off with shooting singular bursts off to the side, later having more of a spray, and eventually having some guys that will aim specifically for you. The mines themselves also have been increasing in difficulty, first being more of a floating up and down, to some of the higher variations being either impenetrable or are more proximity mines, so if you get close to them, they just come straight after you. This game also has quite a few different obstacles, as you saw earlier with the gate. Some of the future iterations also include like a firewall and or a massive crusher that will just come down and smash the ship. It also, as you saw, has switches to activate for some of the objects like the obstacles, such as the gate, and in the future the crusher and firewall. I believe the firewall is introduced in this level. The game also includes power-ups, as you have been noticing, where it has weapon upgrades, extra lives, the improved weapons, and the ability to save the game. This game includes the classic kind of mechanics from Thrust, where at the end of it you need to retrieve an object and then fly it to outer space. In this situation is more of a bomb. And this is the save right here. And that's and then for other games in the series, most of them like to use a lot of the same mechanics. The flyers have kind of evolved a lot throughout the years. But this one doesn't really do anything crazy different from Thrust, with the exception of the fact that it just adds a lot more mechanics to the game, being able to accomplish more and all with the date of its release. This game is clearly influenced by Thrust because it is, for the most part, a clone of the game, with the exception of the extra features, which are much more entertaining than the classic. It's still very hard to fly in these narrow spaces, though, and that is only made more challenging by the bomb escape. There you saw the firewall. The switch I hit makes it so that it's short bursts instead of a constant explosion. Forgive me, my aim is bad at some of these. Or you can just run into it. It's always a valid option. And here you can see you have to get pretty close to get tethered to the bomb, and then once you do, it greatly influences the weight of your movement, which is difficult because if either you or the bomb hits anything, you take damage. Still an improvement upon Thrust, however, because in that one you were one-hit kills. and that made the game supremely difficult in some of these tight-knit spaces. However, one of the variations on that is thrust kind of saved your progress. So if you cleared a bunch of enemies, they've remained cleared throughout your additional lives, where here everything starts back over. I'm trying real hard to not die right here. The things that I really enjoy about this game, however, is that the extra hazards and the more complex mechanics make it just much more of an interesting game than what they had back in the day. And also it has more of a variety of enemies, because before, Thrust just had turrets, and they kind of had too good of an aim on the player. So sometimes it made it difficult to accomplish some of the levels themselves. The things that I don't like about this game, however, is just still the additional weight of the mine. It feels quite a hindrance, as well as some of these levels just are getting very long and complex, which is why I believe he added the save feature in, which has been very helpful while playtesting this. But however, this is as the gist of all of the mechanical difference. If you would like to sit around and enjoy the level, I will finish playing this one, and afterwards it has a throwback to the classic Asteroids game that some of the mechanics are clearly built around. Oh, that one also is a bomb that will explode into a wide burst, and I don't want to die. These black mines here are the invulnerable ones. Also enjoy how in this iteration you can just bounce off the walls, because it added in a life bar that the previous game did not have, allowing you to make more mistakes along the way. For some reason I've lost my weapon upgrade, but we can power through. Here's the giant crusher I talked about. It's always good to clear the hazards before time, because dealing with that and the mine, or not the mine, but the nuke, are extremely hard. Oh, here's one of the heat-seeking mines. Actually, it seems that that particular one instead just, once it gets a proximity, chases that direction infinitely. Just kind of makes me worried for my escape, but we're going to go for it anyways. Back it up nice and slow. And here we go. Ow. Quickly before it smashes. And as you can see, you also have a time limit to escape here, up in the top left corner underneath my health. I don't think I actually need to go that way. It's gonna be a miracle if I can survive this now. Of course it did that right now. Well, or I failed. But that is my playthrough of TerriFire. I hope you enjoyed watching, and you should try it yourself.